Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and today is Tuesday, and it's the first week for my Parcels in the Post. So Tuesdays at 10 a.m. used to be my virtual coffee and a card class, but this is now changing to Parcels in the Post. And Parcels in the Post is a wonderful way for you to save money and get a lot more product so that you can stamp along with me. So every week of the month, I will be making 2 projects with this Parcel in the Post. And the Parcel in the Post has pattern paper, 12 sheets that are 6 by 12, 10 sheets of assorted cardstock that coordinate with the pattern paper, 4 yards of ribbon, some pretty snowflakes, and some glitter paper. Okay, so I will share a link where you can find all that stuff on my blog, and in the meantime, we are going to get started. So let's have a look over here. This is the first card, and it is an easel fold card. So this is the card, and from the side you can see how it stands, and it folds flat so that it fits into an envelope. Oh, and I've got my sticky note with all the measurements on the back. So that's kind of a good idea when you're there. So you've got a thick basic white card base that's 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored at 5 1/2 and at 2 3/4. And then you have a basic black piece, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. A green pattern paper, 4 inches by 5 1/4. The pattern paper with the trees, 1 1/2 inches by 4 inches. And the snowflake paper, 3/4 of an inch by 4 inches. And then for the inside of the card, you have a strip of black cardstock, 1 1/4 inches by 4 1/4, and a piece of white cardstock, 1 inch by 4 1/4. So take a screenshot of that if you like. I made a few mistakes in my writing, but you can figure it out. So here we go. The focal point is basic black cut with the Encircled in Beauty dies, and the saying is from Encircled in Warmth, okay? And I have embossed in white on this, so we'll probably start with that. Well, maybe we'll do a little assembly first. So before you put this on the card, you want to assemble this part. We'll start with that. I'm going to use a liquid adhesive. I got good news from my internet provider that there's a problem with my modem connection, which is actually good news, and that will explain some of the problems I've been having. So that'll be nice to get that fixed. Oh, guess what? I didn't trim this properly. I forgot. See, it's going to be even on the bottom now because I didn't trim it properly. So I made it the same. That's okay. That happens. I'm going to leave it just like this. No one's going to know the difference. Now this piece is going to go up here, and then this one like so, and then the gingham paper is going to bridge the gap. I love combining pattern papers. When you do that, it's a good idea to combine small patterns, not big crazy ones, otherwise it looks too busy. But when you have little patterns, it works quite well. So this paper is included in your Parcels in the Post. Okay, I think it's super good value. It's $25 for porch pickup or $32 mailed anywhere in Canada. There we go. I do have an American option, and it's on my blog. All right, so now we're going to take the gingham, black and white gingham ribbon, and we're going to tie it around and into a bow. So I don't cut the ribbon till I have it tied, and this piece just has to be nice and comfortable to hold into your hand. So here we go, loop, and you can always fix your bow afterwards. Now, I was looking for ribbon scissors. Let's see if I have them here. Yeah, thank goodness they are exactly where they need to be. One scissor should always be for ribbon because paper dulls your scissors like nothing else. So I tie a piece of ribbon around my scissors so that I'm reminded that these are my ribbon scissors. So now I'm just going to slide that bow right to the edge like so, and then I'll have room for this piece. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you guys can see better. Let's Let's see, there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take the stamp set, and I want to have Joyful Season right here. So when you emboss, you need to stamp in Versamark, see, and then pour the white powder on top. So I'm just picking that up with my block, and I want to make sure that's good. That's how I want my circle to be. And Versamark. And if you're having trouble with embossing, if your embossing isn't turning out the way you think it should, chances are that your Versamark is too dry. So ink it up, re-ink it, and you'll be good to go. So tap, tap, tap. And then you just hover over top and press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can kind of see it. Let's see if I'll lift it up a little bit. It's tone on. No, it's the light is just not catching it. Oh yeah, there you go. See? You can see it. There. I'm a little bit high. No, that sounded really bad. I'm not high. I have not consumed anything, but my stamp is a little higher than what I would have liked. So I'm going to, this is a coffee filter. Here's my white Stampin' Emboss powder. And just pour it on. Give it a little flick. And then I have a little bit of a mess there. It's a good idea to have a brush handy. And do I have a brush anywhere nearby? I do. Look, this is a mess in here too. We no longer sell the Embossing Buddy, but that's a great little tool that you do over top. There. Okay, and then always, always, always pour your powder back into your jar, because you really don't want to spill that everywhere. Will not make you happy. So put that away. And now the next step is to heat this with the embossing. Oh, you know what? My cord can't reach, so let's see if I can do it this way. I know I'm not quite in the camera. Let's see if I can move the camera here. My cord is just not quite long enough. Just a minute. The trick with embossing is to not wave it about. So just hold it in one place, and you'll see it change. There it goes. Now it's super hot, so it will burn your fingers. And you can see now how some of it is shiny white and some still looks powdery. On this side it's powdery. So I'm going to turn it. There. And there you see it get nice and bright. Okay, so that's done. And now our card is almost done. So what we're going to do is this is going to lay here. And we're going to pop it up with some dimensionals, which I thought I had laying here, but I don't. So have a look. Yeah, well, let's have a look, see, for my dimensionals. So I have my black dimensionals, and that's really nice to use when you're using black. And what I'm going to do, normally I would put them on here, but I know exactly where I want this circle to go. So I'm going to put them right onto the card. And I want them straddling the ribbon. And if it straddles the ribbon, let's have a look, see, there. I forgot that I had moved my camera. If it straddles the ribbon, then it sticks better. Dimensionals stick better to paper than they do to ribbon. There, and they're really nice. The black dimensionals come with 2 sheets of big ones and 2 sheets of small ones, so it's a super good value. And then I'm just laying this on top. There. How neat is that? So now we want to finish the card. In the inside of the card, we're going to stamp the trees, and we're going to create this, because we need this as kind of, let's see if you can see it. No, you can't see it. This is popped up as well because it stops this from sliding down. So here we have our white, and we're going to stamp You know what? I think we don't have to zoom quite as far. I'm going to zoom out again. Let's have a look-see. There. That's better. And I'm going to straighten out my camera. There we go. Okay. So these are the other dies that are in here. They're quite lovely. There's a bigger one too. After this card, we're going to make a gift bag, and it uses the bigger dies. Okay. So sometimes, I often do use a Stamparatus. I'm going to try it without, and if I mess up, then I'll get the Stamparatus and do it on the other side. Tap, tap, tap. Sometimes I like to do a little, what I call a twist and shout with my memento. Let's have a look, see. Eyeball it, kind of in the middle. And hopefully I put my sticker straight on the block. Yeah, I did well. Okay. Thank goodness. Because once you stamp crookedly, there's no going back. Which is why I love the Stamparatus. But I fly to Holland. I was going to fly on Wednesday, and now I'm flying out on Thursday because my daughter Katrina needs dental surgery, and she just happens to be in Toronto. So I'm going to be spending 2 days with her. So that works out really well. Okay, so now we're going to stamp the trees. And guess what I don't have with me? I don't have my trees handy. So guess what that means? It means I'll see you in a minute. So the trees come from Peaceful Deer, and I'm going to use all 3 of the little ones, okay? So let's see. I'll put them all on a block. I thought I'll put them all on their own block, and that way I don't have to wash them every time. For the essence of speed, and the color that we're going to use is garden green. Okay, so I'm going to start with the trio of trees. And there. And then I'm going to stamp off right away as well. Maybe on this side. There. And then the double trees. Yeah. I might even go like so. And then the little guys. And you can see that there's also a little line that gives the landscape, and I think it's really cute. There, so we have our little forest in the corner, and then we're going to pop this up about here so that this will stand up. Oh, I forgot to do it. Oh, no, I didn't. Here. Oh, I thought I forgot, and I didn't. It's always so nice when you think you've messed up and then you didn't. I'm just going to score that. That's going to stand up, and I want to eyeball it almost a bit like so. So this is going to go here. We'll put a couple of dimensionals on the back. And I could use black or I could use white here. I think I'll use black. And we'll just do 2 on both ends. And then 1 in the middle. You want this section to be pretty sturdy because it's holding up your card. This is the bones of your card, so to speak. So it's going to go just around the halfway mark of your card. There. And now we're going to put this piece on the front of the card. So what I like to do is just go like this and then make a little line. Let me see. And that way I know to keep the glue below that. I've got my line here. You can't really see it, but I can see it. So I'm going to use tear and tape, I believe. And the reason I'm using tear and tape is because I'm going over top of that ribbon. So otherwise I would use my liquid glue. There. And there. And there. All right, give it a good rub down, and then I can peel this off. Actually, it's not a bad idea to use your pokey tool for this. Oh no, I can't do this now. Okay, that was Gerard trying to get a hold of me. Hopefully he will understand that I'm recording a video. I really hope. But sometimes you don't know with technology. I thought I had turned my phone on Do Not Disturb, but you know, sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. There's a lot of things to keep track of. So I'm going to lay this like so, and I want it flat with the bottom. There. And then just kind of center it. There. And then we have it. There's our card. And it stands up nicely. So that's a fun card to make. Okay. So now we're going to do the bag. Okay. So that's our first project for our parcels in the post. I'm quite happy with it. So here is the bag. And I should zoom out. It's so big you can't see it properly. This bag was made with 2 10 by 10 sheets of pattern paper. And then I have a piece of glitter paper that's 5.5 inches by 1.5. So 1.25, 1.25. And then I use this die to cut out this circle. And then I have a deer. Okay, so why don't we do the stamping first and be done with it? We're going to stamp You Warm My Heart in real red. There we go. Put it on the block. So we'll just lay that on here. So, let me see. There's my real red. There we go. This is a lovely big stamp. It's great for this kind of thing. I don't make that many bags, but I'm getting into it. I really do love the coordination of giving a beautiful bag, a nice gift with a matching card. There we go. How nice is that? And then for this piece, you just cut down the middle, and then from the corner to the middle. You could probably use a banner punch, but I like this. Down the middle, from the corner to the middle. There. So now we have this, and I'm going to put this on right away so that it can dry. So we're just going to adhere that together. Move that out of the way. And I'm going to put the adhesive on the glimmer paper. There. And you notice I was quite generous, and that's because the glimmer paper doesn't like adhesive so well. So we want to be generous so that it dries and it doesn't fall apart. We'll move that out of the way. And now we're going to do, I'm going to close my ink pad so I don't make a mess. Now we're going to grab our paper trimmer, and on the top, let me see, I do have my ruler. Good, I can tell you now what the measurement is. I lied, it's only 1 inch. So 1 inches by 5.5. And now at the top of the bag, we're going to score at 1.5, and on the sides, we're going to score at 2, okay, and at the bottom. So let's do the top first. Here's our paper, it's 10 by 10, okay? So the top, we're going to score at 1.5. I'm going to turn it this way. Move my mouse, so 1.5. And then you want to use the light gray blade. Also, don't press too hard. This is pattern paper, it's not cardstock. So don't get too aggressive. So 1.5 on the top of both sheets, and then 2 inches on all the rest of the sides. So 1.5, and now 2. It is so windy here. 1, so all 3 sides, bottom and 2 sides at 2 inches. It's amazing how sturdy this bag is. There. And now this one, and we're doing 2 inches on the sides and the bottom. If you wanted to not have to remember a different dimension, you could do 2 inches all the way around and your bag would look just fine. There we go. And now we're going to grab a bone folder and we're going to fold them all over. When you make a bag or a box or anything else, it's super important that you do really nice scoring. So we're going to fold this over. So, and then the sides and the bottom. Here. So, there was a little bit of, I spilled a little bit of adhesive here. That is not cool. I could feel it right here. I've got adhesive on my workspace. Not good at all, Jackie. I made a mess. And I also feel like my, well, it doesn't matter. It looks small to me, but I don't think it is. And then the bottom. Up we go. There. So now what we want to do, this one, we're going to cut out, oh, I haven't done this in a long time. I'm going to cut this like so, and then just do a little pie wedge like that. And now we'll do the other one, same thing. Straight, this is a tab, and we're just going to cut that little pie wedge. This is just so that there's no bunching in the corners. Okay, so that's the one, okay? On the other one, we're going to cut that square right out. Let's see. I feel really bad that I messed this up here. It really bothers me. Let's see. I'm just going to see if I can clean that up. Because I was hoping to use this for a long time and not get glue on it. All right, that feels a bit better. All right, so now the top again. So this is exactly like the first one that we did, except we're going to cut a little bit more on this one. I scored that one very lightly. This is such pretty paper. This was paper that you could get for free during Celebration in July and August, or was it August and September? And I got a lot of it because I liked it so much, and I thought I would do a parcel in the post with it in case you didn't get enough of that paper yourself. So now on this one, we're going to cut out that bottom square, like so, and like so. But you want to do that only on one. Here and here. So you can use this for something else, these cute little squares. And now we're going to just put these little things down a little bit, add a little bit of adhesive on the corners. Just want your flap to stay down on both sides. It just makes it prettier. And then we'll do that over here. This isn't essential. You could get away with not doing it, but it will make your box look a little bit more professional. Okay, so now we're going to take this one and it's going to go like that. Now I should have practiced this. I haven't made a bag in a long time, but we're going to just put our adhesive here. There. And hopefully I did it right. We're going to slide that up almost to the score line. There. I'm trying to, there, see? And then we're going to do this. Put some adhesive on these guys. Here. Up we go. And this one. And now we're going to put adhesive on these guys. And on this side. And fold it up. Oh. Here, like so. And then on the other side. And I should have perhaps cut the holes for the ribbon. I might have needed more adhesive on this one. Just hold it. See, isn't that cute? I think I could have used more adhesive here. I think I was too cheap with the adhesive. There. And now we can just pop this up here with some dimensionals. Oops, kind of squished my bag a little too hard there. I'm looking for my white dimensionals. Here we go. So we'll just put the dimensionals on the top and the bottom, not on, well, I guess we could do that. I'm going to straddle those to hold it, to give it a little bit more holding power. There. There. And maybe one up here too. Lots of dimensionals to keep our bag together. And then make sure you feel them all, because sometimes you forget to take them off. Okay, they're all on. And there, I'm just gonna put one hand in the bag and one hand on top just to give it a little stability. And then I thought I had a deer. Did I not have a deer? Yeah, well, here, we're gonna pretend this is it. And then all I've done is punched holes in the top and threaded ribbon through. Okay, and I just used a punch from the supply store, you know, Staples or whatever. You could measure if you want to be perfect. I'm eyeballing it. And one on this side, like so. There. And then you can look through and see it on that side. Normally I would have done this all at the same time, but there. And then I like to just not cut, don't cut the ribbon ahead of time. Let's see. Well, you can, I suppose. You want to hold it and see that you have enough length to make a nice handle. There. I just made a liar of myself. So cut two so that they're the same length. And if the holes are closer together, you'll need less ribbon. The further away your holes are, the more ribbon you need. So tie a knot in the bottom. And I'm going to do this one the other way. I did this with my team, and they liked it that the ribbon knots were visible on the outside of the bag. So I'll do one on the outside, one on the inside, so you can see what you like better. So push it through there, and then from the inside, push it out. Oops. It helps to have a little pointy thing. There we go. And then give yourself lots of room to work with. I feel so bad that I declined Gerard's call, but yeah, you can only do one thing at a time. There. And see, and then we just do it on the other side as well. And then I like to just put a little glue dot to hold it down. And then that looks really cute. And we'll do the other one. And if you find that you didn't add enough adhesive to your bag, like mine's popping a little bit here, you can add it later. So I'm just going to do a knot. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, I'm going to call him back in just a minute, guys. One more. And here we go. And you don't want to tie the knot too tightly, and that way, look how pretty that is. And then put some red tissue paper in, if I have any handy. I do. And you'll see how cute that is. And then you have a nice gift to give. Isn't that pretty? So I hope you like that. And here is another card I did with that deer. Isn't that just so cute? So yes, I hope that you enjoy your parcels in the post. And if you want one, let me know and I can send one to you. All right? The info will be in my blog. I will have the links in the description. And you can also, subscribe to my channel. That's what I wanted to say. So here we are. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is where you can find my blog and my website. You can follow me on Facebook, and I would love it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much and have a super day. Bye.